Alright, how you going? It's Micah the Geek, and here we are for another endurance race in the SEK QLD series. This time we're racing at Gladstone, about 6 hours north of Brisbane in Queensland, Australia, down under.
Get that up, yeah.
Now first off, let me thank the Gladstone Kart Club for letting us use this circuit in this round for the SEK QLD series. Without your support we couldn't be racing here, so thank you very much. Now if this is your very first time watching this series, I apologise, I am very sorry. But if you want to watch other videos of this series where I go a bit more in depth on this series, we do have the previous 2 races in the links down below or somewhere in the corner up here. Just click on that and it'll direct you to the other previous races we had, which was one at Ipswich and the other was at Warwick. Now if you are based in Queensland and you are curious on the series, we do have the link down below on all the details on entry fees and everything like that in between. Now let's launch stroll our way straight into the video.
Alright, well here we are at Gladstone Kart Club. At first glance it looks quite intimidating. It's very hilly, there's lots of corners that have a lot of camber on it, so yeah, it looks like quite a technical track, but it looks like a very short track. I'll be surprised if we're doing 40-second laps around here, but that doesn't matter. It's a new kart track. It looks pretty decent. From just first glance, it looks pretty good, but intimidating at the same time, so I'll have a better idea how it looks when we actually drive on the course, should I say. The track surface is quite rough. There's lots of separation, and it's like Pebble Creek. It's very coarse. I guess it's kind of like Barbagallo, to give you an idea. A very rough, coarse circuit. So it's definitely going to shred our tyres for sure. But I'm sure our tyres will survive the whole 9 hours of the race. But yet again, we do have a 5-hour practice session today. And yeah, we'll have a good idea how good the tyres look after a 5-hour session of practice. But basically, yeah, we'll just be driving around the track so many times to get a feel of the kart, the feel of the track, testing and tuning the kart.
Now in this race, the team that I usually race for, Team Hillspeed, could not attend this event due to issues, so unfortunately we couldn't race, so I've been picked up by another team, a Race Odyssey. Got a few nice pink bits here and there, I like it. And I'm racing with my teammate and race owner, Mr. Darcy.
Alright, so we're here for open practice on Saturday. It is our first race in Gladstone with the SEK QLD series, I believe. From who I've talked to so far around the committee or community, no one has raced here except for one particular driver, Ian McCarr. Now the car is different to drive compared to Ricardo's Hillspeed, who I usually race for, but since this is a different kart that I'm racing for, there's a little bit of different characteristics here and there, but I do notice that the kart is just a little bit slower on the straight line. It feels a little bit heavier, like sluggish in a way.
Now let's have a ride on board and let me give you my best impression around the circuit of Gladstone.
It is slippery, yeah, and the brakes are a bit long. Okay. This is literally the very first lap I've done around this circuit. Alright, we've got sweet bugger all brakes, but again it's a different kart. So the accelerator is very stiff, the brake is very loose. Let's go around the first corner. But yeah, it's one thing I do like enjoying on a new track is just seeing your lap times getting quicker and quicker. Yeah, right now it's just learning how the track works, what you can do, what you can't do. So it's quite loose in the rear. I think we can go flat out through here, but I'll lift off a little bit. Don't want to push too hard. Other than that, interesting track. So right now we're doing a 40.5. I think Mark Darcy, Mr. Darcy, is doing 39s at the moment. So there we go, we've got a 40 flat now. So we're a fair bit off, but it's all just a learning curve on how everything works. So there's a lot of different surfaces on this track, which changes the behaviour of the kart. So right here it's like a don't know, like a paste of the bitumen or asphalt, whatever you want to call it, and there's like Pebble Creek all along here. This is extremely close, this section here. So I do reckon we can get a 37 if you can get this lap down perfectly. But right now it's just trialing and error to see what the cart likes. Right back there, it's loose in the rear, we can go flat out through here, tap the brake and just coast a couple of these corners. Should be able to go flat out through here, but I'm still trying to experiment what we can do. There, but fastest at the moment is at 38.4.
And top speed around this circuit, we're sitting around 90 kilometers per hour, or if you're Logan Sargent, we're doing around 53, 54 miles per hour down the main straight. So after a few laps around the circuit, we then head into the pits just to do a little bit of testing and tuning on the kart, just to see how we can make it improve and how we can make it drive better.
It could be just me, but with the times we're doing low 38s. The fastest I've done is a 38.2. Whereas the guys in front of us, they're doing 37s, mid 37s to high 37s. So just need to figure out where that half second is disappearing on us, and hopefully fix that issue.
So after coming into the pits, we take apart the right side engine and have a look inside it just to see what's going on with it. There is a fair bit of blockage in there, so we get that all sorted, and now she's purring like a kitten. And we do also do a little bit of tweaking on the rear axle and the front tyres as well, just to play with the camber and to see if we can improve the kart's handling.
Well, that's the practice session, the 5-hour practice session done, and the 2-hour official practice session done. Yeah, I've got mixed feelings at the moment.
Oh, Jesus.
The kart drives, but I don't know, there's something about it. It's not doing what we want it to do. We've done minor changes to the kart, but it's just the initial, I guess, rotation we're not getting out of it. As we watch other karts driving on the circuit, yeah, our kart's just not doing what we want it to do. So we've changed our driving style a little bit, and it seems that our times are getting slower. So at the very beginning, our fastest we got was a 38.2. Now we're sitting around a 38.5, but with the quali tyres on, we did about 4 laps and we got down to a 38.1. I wasn't pushing the tyres because I didn't want to completely shred them, as we are going into the quali session now. Quali session is a hot lap around the circuit, so we do 2 laps around the circuit, and the fastest, we do 2 laps around the circuit, one's an out lap, the next lap is the official quali, and then after that lap we come in. It's kind of like a shootout, a top 10 shootout, so we'll see how we go. I'm hoping to get a 37. Fingers crossed. I think I am doing quali. Mr. Darcy's in charge, so I just do what I'm told and hope for the best. But yeah, I don't know, the kart's not doing what we want it to do, and change the driving style, but yeah, it's just not improving.
If you can't cut it, go home. There's someone else to take your place.
Shut up, Villeneuve.
Alrighty, quali is starting and I'm doing it.
Shit.
Pressure's on me now.
So I commence my outs lap around the circuit, and the Alfano's not even 9, so I've got no idea what lap times I'm doing.
Oh no! Oh, she's very understeery. Hopefully it scrubs up.
So we do our hot lap around these circuits, and unfortunately we don't do the times that I'm hoping to do.
And that's our lap done. I got no idea what we did. It's like, Alfano's not on. But it felt okay. I don't know if it's a 37. It felt better that lap, but we'll find out once we go in.
So after the hot lap, I have a quick chat with Mr. Darcy just to let him know how the kart's feeling, and then we compare our times on the leaderboard to see how we did.
Is that everyone?
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Shit.
What?
Shit time.
Could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. We'll stick with it.
Second off the nearest.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy, Jan. Not happy.
Alrighty, well that is the quality session done. Unfortunately, we did get some pretty poor time. We're in 5th position with a 38.6, or was it a 4? I can't remember. Either way, not happy. Not happy. The car's just not doing what we want it to do, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to, I don't know, do what we can throughout the whole race. So the race is a twilight race. So we're driving in the daylight. The race starts at 3 o'clock. And the race finishes at 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, we're going to be racing into the night, which should be good.
I do enjoy these type of races where you're driving in the afternoon and watching the sun slowly go down into the sunset, into the night. It's very romantic. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Mr. Darcy is starting the race, and hopefully he can give us a good show.
So off we head into the pits, we get the karts ready. We have a few more karts than the previous race, and we're hoping to have a fair few more in the next race also, which is good. So yeah, it's good to see the numbers slowly coming back to life in the series. So off we go for the very first race of the weekend, the Gladstone 5-hour twilight race, and as we go into the first corner, Mr. Darcy gets cut off a little bit there, and he's stuck in 6th position, kind of pretty much where we started, I think. I don't know, I can't remember now. My mind's racing at 1,000 miles per hour. As we ride on board with Mr. Darcy, it seems pretty clean now. It's nice and steady. It's just basically just trying to find your groove, try to stay with the pack, and stick in the slipstream and hopefully stay with the boys. And as Mr. Darcy is racing, he is giving me a fair bit of feedback on how the kart is handling and how the kart is going so far during the race, even though we've literally just started the race. But he is, just giving me a couple of ideas on how the kart's performing and what to be aware of when I go into the track or in the kart in my stint. Anyway, as we now approach lap 2, we're still in 6th position, and what I do notice as I'm watching him with the drone, I do see kart 42 right up Mr. Darcy's bum, and yeah, they're trying to give it a good sniff and hopefully go for an overtake. As you can see, they're right up his backside and just looking for the perfect opportunity to overtake. And as we ride on board Mr. Darcy, still about 5 minutes into the race, Mr. Darcy gets a bit of a love tap from kart 42. Looks like he tries to go on the inside of the corner, but unfortunately, yeah, just decides to take out Mr. Darcy. And yeah, now we've lost a fair few seconds behind the lead pack now. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tough one. Hopefully we don't have too much damage on the kart. And as that happens, I decide to crash my drone just to join the party.
Alrighty, I've retrieved my drone. 20 minutes into the race, we've just gone over 20 minutes. We have CNH 95 in first, JLA in second, number 12, 66 Force Phantom in third, Wynnum 49 in fourth, Gladstone 29 in fifth, GF Motorsports in sixth, 42, and us, we're in seventh, and Crash Bandicoot's they're eighth. Well, apparently there was a spin out. I was flying the drone around, there was a crash, legit, when my drone crashed, so completely missed the footage, so that's my screw up there, unfortunately, but apparently it involved us. So yeah, that's why we're in second last position now. So apparently 42 came in, a bit too hot and clipped us. And yeah, Mark's not entirely happy about that, but I don't think there's a penalty coming from it. Unfortunately, we don't have footage of it, so that's a big bummer on my part, but oh well, it's head down and focus. That's what I've said to Mark on the comms, just chatting to him to say, just keep him updated on what's going on. But yeah, unfortunately he's not entirely happy of what's happened. He is happy with how the kart is driving, but yeah, unfortunately we're not doing the times like the top three are. They're in the 37s. Everyone else from the top three are doing 38s, and that's, I don't want a 38, I want a 37. I want to be up there, but unfortunately we're not. So yeah, it's just pretty much drive the rest of the race with what we got and hope for a good outcome.
Now, halfway through the race, Mr. Darcy pulls this double overtake on these two up ahead into this corner. It's bloody skits, mate. As he goes in on the inside, you do see them, both of them going a little bit wide, and Mr. Darcy says, "Thank you very much, I'll take that." So we're now in 6th position. He's got about 10 minutes left in his stint, so I give him a bit of a heads up.
You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Question?
Roger. Hopefully I can hear you, but good drive. What's up? I lost an engine.
So about 55 minutes into the race, it is now my first stint of the race, and it's time to get my head down and try to get some 37s underneath my belt, if I can, that is. But throughout my stint, I'm stuck in the mid-38s, but we're consistently doing the mid-38s, but that's okay. But about 10 minutes into my stint, I get overtaken by Mr. Ian Micah, who has the most experience around the track, so I just try to stick behind him as close as I can, just to get some references on what he's doing. It appears that I lose a lot of the time in this particular section here, but I do notice that the karts pull away pretty darn quickly along this straight, so I'm starting to think, is there something wrong with the engine? Is there something wrong with the accelerator? Because no matter what I do, no matter what I try in the last section or the last couple of corners, the car just does not want to pick up speed. So I get a little bit skeptical on what's going on. Oh, and there you go. Someone spin out right in front of us. That was bloody skid smart. I love it.
Oh, sick.
And as we are completing this lap as well, I do start to think, is there going to be a safety car? But I just try to overtake this kart in front of us, 42, just try to get some little bit of revenge to stay in front of them after taking out Mr. Darcy. And as we go around the circuit once more, we still see a kart on the side of the track with the driver actually out of the kart. So now I'm really starting to think there has to be a safety car now, surely, which will bunch the field up together and hopefully keep us in the race. But we still see no safety car out, and yeah, I get overtaken by kart 49 doing a sneaky overtake on the first corner of the track. So yeah, I'm starting to think maybe there is no safety car. You just still see the kart sitting on the side of the track, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's any messages going through to the race control. Maybe Michael Massey's up there, I don't know.
Go ahead, Toto. You need to reinstate the lap before. It's not right. Toto? Yes. It's called a motor race, okay? Sorry? We went to car racing.
So the safety car finally gets caught. You will see a yellow Ford just at the pit lane, and 66 is the lead kart.
69. 69, Chad, 69 on at the safety car. 95's leading the race. I got no fucking idea where we are. I think we are 5th. So yeah, but the kart's still not doing what we want it to do, unfortunately. So I think we got one more lap now. With 95 leading. So hopefully we can learn from the karts up ahead. Just study their movement. Hopefully I can pick up something from them. Fingers crossed. We'll see how we go. But I'm pretty sure we've got one more lap after this. Let's wait for that one finger in the air like they don't care.
So about an hour and 20 minutes into the race, we're about to restart the race, and here's a clear example of how the karts are quickly pulling away from me. And as you can see, they're just pulling away kart length by kart length down the main straight. So the only way I can technically catch up to these guys is if they are battling each other and if I do late dive bombs. So yeah, we just got to hopefully catch up to them and hope for the best. Yeah, just try to drive with what we got, because yeah, I'm not happy how the kart is driving. The kart is still sluggish. Something is not right. But anyway, head down, focus, and enjoy this little battle that goes on.
Ooh. Come on, Dino. alive! This is incredible! I really hope this camera's recording!
Now, about 10 minutes into this little fight of just trying to stick with the guys and watching them trying to overtake the lead kart, it's just, yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. My heart is pumping 1,000 miles per hour. I can't overtake these guys because I just don't have the confidence with the kart. The kart's just not fast enough. Now, I must remind you that this track is extremely hard to overtake on because it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm just shit at driving, but I find it really hard to overtake here. About 30 minutes into this little battle, you start seeing a little bit of progress. You do see Kart 12 trying to go for an overtake now. So nearing the end of my stint, Kart 66 and Kart 49 decide to go on the pits before us. So we're sitting behind Kart 12 and Kart 95.
All right, I just finished my stint probably 15 minutes ago. The stints have been reduced just due to a bit of a crash we had, unfortunately. So we were sitting behind Kart 12, JLA and C&H after our little epic battle. And yeah, unfortunately, going through the little flip-flop bus stop section, as they were fighting against each other, I was catching up to them pretty quickly as they were fighting. And just as they were entering the start-finish line, or the straight, JLA had a bit of a spin, and I'm trying to avoid them. And unfortunately, yeah, smashed the front of my car into them. I cannot remember where I hit them. But they seem to be okay from what I've been told. But our car is completely we've got a completely bent steering column. And yeah, the car just feels like an absolute bitch to drive. It's like a truck. It's just extremely heavy to drive. So we have reduced our stints now to about half an hour. Because yeah, it is physically demanding. It's like having a bloody, I don't know, a force feedback wheel at max times 100. But yeah, it's an absolute bastard to drive. I think we're currently 5th. I'll put the times up now just to have an idea. But yeah, an absolute epic fight. And just watching it all unfold. I didn't want to be a part of it because I know I was one lap down. So I'm just enjoying the view, watching everyone battle. And it was an epic. So our kart was keeping up with them. So that gives me a little bit of a glimmer of hope that the kart's still okay. There's a couple of minor things we can possibly do to it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm about to go on the kart in about 15 minutes time. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing half-hour stints as the sun starts to set. It looks absolutely stunning. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. And then yeah, I guess after my stint, the night might be here. And we'll be heading into a night race. And confirming, yeah, it's about to hit the 2 hour and 10 mark, and I'll be back in the kart in 10 minutes time, and yeah, we'll just be doing half-hour stints.
So off I head into my second stint. The kart feels really, really heavy, but I'm refreshed, I'm feeling okay. But again, yeah, like I said, the kart is extremely heavy.
Oh, that feels so much better. Yeah, I definitely needed that break. It feels okay. But still heavy.
And Kart 12, who is a lap in front of us, is in front of us. So I'm going to try use them as a reference.
Alrighty folks, let's see if we can catch this in front of us.
And I don't catch up to him. The kart is very, very slow. Or my driving is very, very shit. So So about 25 minutes into my stint, we've got about 5 minutes left and I'm already stuffed. I'm absolutely mentally and physically drained. I cannot keep up with the lead karts, just with the damaged column, steering column.
Fucking hell, I cannot drive.
And yeah, I'm just getting a little bit frustrated because I just cannot catch up to him. And yeah, I'm starting to notice that the kart is very sluggish as well. So I don't know if there's something wrong with the accelerator or if there's something wrong with the engine. But yeah, it's just extremely sluggish. But again, we do have a bent steering columns that will have some effect on the speed of the kart as well. Now I do push over my little stint. I do go an extra 5 minutes just to make it easier for us all. I am still stuffed mentally and physically, but at the same time I'm like, I want to overtake this car. I want to see if I still have some sort of, I don't know, pace with this thing, even though we're still in 5th position. So I look for an opportunity to overtake, and the only place I can really overtake on this circuit is on this corner here, and that's what we do. We overtake on the inside, and that gives me that little bit of a glimmer of hope that the kart still has some sort of pace, but still, we're not as quick as the karts ahead.
As we approach the 3-hour mark, we're still in 5th position. The kart's still an absolute bitch to drive. Yeah, just with the bent steering column, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we're still doing okay times, but yeah, unfortunately we're not getting better times just because the steering is so freaking damn heavy. But yeah, 3 hours into the race, we've got 2 hours left. We're still doing half an hour stints because yeah, it is absolutely demanding. I'm getting a bit of a migraine in my left eye right now. It's starting to thrust into my eye at the moment, so I need to take some pills and hopefully get better, but yeah.
So off we chuff onto our 3rd stint of the race. My hand is already stuffed. It is cramping like there is no tomorrow, so I have to take my hand off the wheel every now and then. And yeah, just to reduce the pain in my right hand because can't park there, mate. Yeah, it's just, I'm absolutely wrecked in this stint. But we keep pushing on.
Alright. What a stint. I'm fucked. I'm mentally and physically fucked. Just in the last 10 minutes of my stint. Only a short stint, but the accelerator spring snapped.
I think I lost the brake. We got stuck throttle.
So I was stuck on full throttle, I think for 5 or 10 minutes, and just fighting the kart through the corners. The kart was still doing okay times, but it was too bloody dangerous with karts behind me, so I let them go.
This thing's... Stuck throttle. I'm absolutely struggling. Jesus Christ, this is so dangerous.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stuffed. This has been an absolute tough day. It's been a very, very tough day, just mentally and physically, just with a damaged steering column, and then fighting a migraine, as well as now stuck full throttle. The throttle is fixed, don't get me wrong. We came in the pits. Mr. Darcy has replaced the spring, so it should be okay now. But yeah, now I'm finishing the race with the last 30 minutes. So, hopefully I'll survive.
So I start the final stint, and yeah, I still notice that there's something wrong with the accelerator or something wrong with the engine. The kart's just not pulling away. As you can see, the kart ahead is just pulling away so damn quickly, and I then just give up and just let JLA through, just see if I can use them as a point of reference and just to get a better understanding on where they're pulling away from. But yeah, you can just see that they're pulling away just straight away into the corners and coming out of the corners.
It's struggling to bite into the accelerator and they just take off on us. So we need to see what the hell's going on. Just struggling to bloody turn.
So as I continue to bitch and moan about the cart just eventually just degrades in acceleration. The times get slower and slower after each lap. We end up doing laps around 45 to 48 seconds throughout the whole stint. But we do end up finishing the race in 4th position, just due to C and H, who were leading the race, end up having an engine failure. So we creep up a position and we finish this race, the 5-hour race, in 4th position. So that's a little bit of a positive after the pretty shit race we've had today.
Alrighty, debrief after the race. I've just had a feed so I can calm myself down a bit. The last half hour of the stint, I was in the cart, and the cart just wasn't accelerating properly. It was just like a long delay, just really sluggish. There was just no initial bite when you accelerate, so it just gradually got worse as the stint was going on, and we ended up doing times around 42 to 45 seconds, which was pretty shit. We got there in the end. We finished in 4th, so that's a positive. We gained a position, and now it's on to the next race. So we've got to rip the whole cart apart because we've got we've got a bent steering column, and just strip the cart apart, see if we can find anything. I have a feeling we need to look at these engines as well, so we need to pull them apart and see what happens from there. So it's going to be a very, very long night, and I'm absolutely mentally fucked. Not physically, but mentally fucked. See what happens. Oh, there's a bunny on the track. What did you do to the bunny? Oh. Oi! There's a little bunny. Oh, look at the bunny. Oh, it's a bunny. Woo! And actually, before we call it a night, let's have a look at this column so you have a better understanding on how bent it is. Yeah, she's pretty bent up. I don't know if you can see it, but it's meant to be straight. But yeah, she's quite bent, unfortunately. And if we put the steering wheel straight, that's how much the tyres have decided to go around. So so with the steering wheel straight, the tyres are leaning to the right, and that's how it is. But then if you put it straight, gives you an idea on how bad the steering column is. Oh, there's a better angle. There you go. That looks more bent. Absolutely bent. So yeah, it's just kind of like driving a truck. I'll call it the Mack. I'll call this the Mack truck. And then if you look at another cart, got 66. And there's this pretty darn straight. There you go.
So as we do our formation lap for the next day's race, which is on a Sunday, it is a 4-hour race. But before we get into it, we'll have a quick chat on what's happened last night. So we did find a fair few issues wrong with the kart from last night. Of course, yes, we did have the bent steering column. Our front tyres were completely stuffed, so we had to recalibrate the steering angle and the camber of the front tyres. And we also found out that the engines weren't at full acceleration when we had the foot to the floor. So I was probably sitting around 90% full throttle. We weren't getting full accelerator out of the engine, so it gave me a better understanding why we couldn't get the initial kick out of the corners, whereas everyone in front of us were easily getting ahead of us. So the only way we could take advantage of that was to do late dive bombs, which we were doing, and it kind of helped us. But hopefully in today's race we do get a better run into it. So as we form up onto the grid, we are now in 5th position in this race. It's the same results as the quali as yesterday, so yeah, we're in 5th. I cannot figure out what side I'm meant to be on. I was not feeling it in this race as well. I was still coming down from a massive migraine from last night, so I felt pretty much hungover, even though I didn't even drink. But yeah, I was absolutely stuffed this morning, and yeah, just was not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling 100%, so if 29 have the initial go in, I'm just going to let them go. I'm not in a very racy vibe. I just feel like shit.
And it's lights out and away we
And off we go for the last race of the weekend. It's the 4-hour endurance race at Gladstone as we go around the first corner, and 29 have the upper hand. Technically I should be on that side, but whatever, it is what it is. That's my fault. Anyway, as we continue on, we're in 6th position. We're stuck behind 29 now. I'm pretty sure we can overtake them. I'm pretty sure we do have the pace, but at the same time, there's no need to push and shove. It is an endurance race. You're not going to win a race in the first corner in endurance races. Or so I'm told. But anyway, as we go through the flip-flop, everything seems to be fine. I am feeling comfortable in the kart. The kart is so much lighter to drive. It's no longer a Mack truck. There is acceleration coming out of the corners now, so we can keep up with the karts ahead. But as the race progresses, we start to notice that the karts ahead are starting to pull away from us. I'm right behind 29's backside. I need to find a way to overtake him, so I'm starting to get a little impatient because I'm like, nah, I should be technically up there. I want to keep up with those guys up ahead just to see if we do have the pace. So I'm thinking, nah, I'm going to try to go for the overtake. We do get a good exit out of there. He runs a little bit wide. So we're going to go on the inside. He does go on the inside of this corner, but nah, I'm going to go do a dive bomb, and that's what we do. And we get by, and yeah, done.
Let's see your talent!
We're now in 5th position, and hopefully we can catch up to the guys ahead. Now, since we finished in 4th position in the previous race, or last night's race, we do have a possibility of getting a podium overall. So we have to finish either in 4th or 3rd in this race. So yeah, we've got to pull our finger out and hopefully, I don't know, finish in 4th or 3rd.
Right now, we're currently 3rd. We're just about to hit the 1 hour mark. I'm not feeling the absolute best. I just feel absolutely flat after yesterday's race, just due to the damage that we had. But the car is feeling 10 times better than it did yesterday. We are doing okay times, but I'd still like to be a little bit quicker. Pretty much during my whole stint, we had 66 in front of us, and we're slowly just reaping him in until they pulled the pin because they were just getting too scared of me, I think. And yeah, they had to pit, and then about 5 minutes after them pitting, that's when I went to the pits to do a driver change. So Mr. Darcy's in the kart now. Unfortunately, as I came into the pits, I clipped the one of the barrels. So yeah, we got a drive-through penalty for that, unfortunately. So yeah, Mark Darcy, Mr. Darcy's in the kart now. He's been in it for about 10 minutes. He's saying the kart's feeling good, so yeah, see how the rest of the race goes. We've got just 3 hours left. It's only a short race. Thank Christ for that, because I'm absolutely fucked.
You should see my gloves, they're absolutely destroyed. Yeah, like it's they're literally about to disintegrate.
So off we go on our second last stint of the weekend. And lo and behold, we have the leading kart in front of us, C&H Kart 95. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see if we've got some pace on them. I'll use them as a reference to see if we're gaining up on them. And lo and behold, within about 5 minutes, we're pretty much right up his backside, giving it a good sniff. So that's one thing I can finally tick off this weekend, is that the kart is got a little bit of pace. We're doing okay times. We're still not as quick as yesterday, but yet again, you got to consider that these tyres are completely ripped apart. They're about 6 hours old now. So yeah, they've pretty much almost run their course because this track is so coarse. So yeah, they're ripping up the tyres. But still, like I said, we're keeping up with the lead kart. So that's a good thing, a very, very good thing, especially after yesterday's performance.
2.5 hours into the race, I just finished my second stint. The kart's feeling okay, but still could be better. But it is better than yesterday. It's lighter, and I'm not as fatigued because the steering isn't as heavy. So we're currently 4th. We've got a possible of getting 3rd overall if things go our way today, but we'll see what happens. 49, we have to stay in front of 49 regardless, but I think Team 49 are now behind us, so I think they're going to get overall 3rd. But yeah, hopefully they'll have another issue throughout the day. But other than that, I've got one more stint in about 20 minutes time, and Mr. Darcy will be finishing the race in the last half hour or so, or 40 minutes or so. So yeah, other than that, it's going good so far.
So it's still looking like a finishing in 4th. Unfortunately, 49 have overtaken Gladstone now.
Yeah, they had a quite failure.
Yeah, so I think our overall 3rd is diminished, unfortunately. Good drive. Alrighty, it's the final stint of the race. Feeling okay, I just had a Red Bull. Doing the last stint now, which is I think 30, 35 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know. But the car still feels good. We're currently 4th. The car's doing okay times. We should technically be on the same lap as 66, but unfortunately we had a drive-through penalty. Just due to me deciding to clip the little water tanks inside the pits. But yeah, we're currently 4th. It's possible we can get 3rd overall if 49 continue with their issues, which they have gone to the pits now. But yeah, see what happens. I'm gonna shut up now.
That is my last stint done. We're still in 4th position and I seem to be a bit of a magnet to kart 66. So in that last stint, we saw 66 just in front, probably about 3 seconds ahead, and just ever so slowly catching up to him. Didn't want to overtake him because, yeah, since they're a couple laps in front of us, yet again, yeah, their acceleration and top speed was better than ours. The only way we could catch him was in the corners, as well as braking a little bit later. Don't know if that helped or not, but yeah, just that was the only way to stay with them. It was just to brake late, and yeah, you just see them slowly pull away in the straights. But yeah, the cart's still feeling good. Mark's happy with it. He's doing his last stint now. We're currently 4th. 49 are currently behind us. So if they do finish in the same position that they're in now, which is 5th, they're going to finish 3rd overall. So they're going to beat us again, just like at Warwick, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the last half hour. Anything can happen, who knows. 49 might have an issue in the last half hour. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. But nah, other than that, nah, it's been good today. Better than yesterday. But yeah, I think we're going to finish 4th overall again. Yeah, still, it's been a good day. Much better than yesterday. I'm not tired, I'm not absolutely stuffed. I'm actually feeling pretty good now. Nice and chirpy, other than this morning. This morning I just feel like shit, but I'm feeling better now.
So CNH take victory of the 4-hour race. They do not get an overall podium, just due to them getting a DNF in yesterday's race. So 66 get 1st, JLA get 2nd, and 49 get 3rd. And we unfortunately just miss out. We get 4th, but still, the kart was much better. Everything was 10 times better than yesterday. And yeah, good driving from Mr. Darcy in today's race as well. And here he is giving our little driving brief with the hand signals like every other driver does. And there's your overall podium of the weekend. Like I said, 66 get 1st, the old bastards. JLA get 2nd position, and 49, the bastards as well, get 3rd position. They've taken my frickin' 3rd position again. Oh well, on to the next race. And that is round 3 on the SEK Endurance Series done. We unfortunately finished in 4th position again for the 2nd round in a row. Tried racing for a different team, but unfortunately didn't improve. We stayed in 4th position. But anyway, we still had a fun time. It was a bloody skits race in a lot of the events at Gladstone. So the current standings in the SEK QLD Queensland Series, we have JLA in 1st, Force Phantom in 2nd, Wynnum in 3rd, A Race Odyssey in 4th, GF Motorsports in 5th, Hillspeed, my other team, in 6th, Gladstone in 7th, Crash Bandicoots in 8th, Phoenix Motorsports in 9th, with CNH rounding out the top 10. Now, our next race is back at Warwick, and we'll be doing that shortly, I think in the end of June. So we're predicted to have a few more karts on that track as well, hoping to get around 10 or more. That will be bloody awesome. The more karts we have, the better the racing is and makes it more enjoyable. And then the month after that, or is it in August? I can't remember. That's when we have the State of Origin race, which involves Queensland and New South Wales, and we're expected to have 20 plus karts on the grid, so that's going to be bloody epic. I cannot wait for that. And we are racing at Port Macquarie. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much me gonna finish it off there. Oh yeah, if you are interested in this series, we do have the link down below in the SEK QLD series. So if you are curious on this series and want to know more about the series and how much it is and what you need to do, click on the website down below, and hopefully that can point you in the right direction, and would love to see you on track and have some skits race, mate. Oh yes, and I must congratulate our third winner, Ali, located at Bali in Indonesia, who's won our third giveaway, which is the Thrustmaster T248. So congratulations to him. Have a skits race, mate, and welcome to sim racing. Now, other than that, if I see you on the track one day, have a skits race, and I'll see you later. Ciao.